All right, we're continuing our coverage. We've gone through an hour and 19 minutes of this, and it's 2 hours and 53 minutes. It's just a 3-hour meeting. Jesus Christ.
Before you leave that, actually, I was just shocked when Jonathan said he was unaware of these meetings. It felt like he was not aware that you had talked.
That's interesting. I was just talking about that in the last part. How come the union's not aware of this? And here's Warner talking about it.
Anybody at all. So would you mind just sending him a note when and where you've been? And
sure, absolutely.
The number of people that you've talked to.
Yeah, I'm glad Warner picked up on that, because that he just made my point. They've kept the union out of the loop. So if the union's out of the loop, then what good is this? You can't keep the union out of the loop. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely have to do so. Yeah. In fact, as I mentioned, some of the union elected officials have actually participated.
I was just surprised.
Joe Ruffin, for example, was out at Ruby Yard with us one morning. He's terrific, and it was some great engagement, some great questions. Many hung around after the formal, not so much formal, but I'll call the fireside chat approach, where you want to encourage people to raise topics, and probably talk for 45 minutes after with Q&A, what's going on, what are the challenges.
Yeah, see, I have no way to know what's going on inside the company anymore. I don't know. I'm only connected to the people using the service through Twitter and the calls. I mean, I know what's going on in the real life of the bus drivers and the Max drivers. I don't know what the chit-chat is inside the company. And the people I know that are still working there, they don't chit-chat, okay? The real veteran drivers, man, I'm talking about the 20-year-plus drivers, they don't get involved with any political bullshit, and they keep to themselves mostly, and they know the best way to survive TRIMET is to avoid other operators and avoid drama and stay to yourself. If you want to survive that job, that's the best way to do it.
And it was terrific. Very helpful.
And I appreciate it.
We have no reason to disbelieve him. We have no reason to say he's lying about this, or that he's insincere. We don't have any reason to do that. We'll take him on his word that he's sincere, that he wants to open up communication.
Appreciate what you're doing, and I just, my expectation, at least when we put this together, was that you would not be able to talk to every individual employee in the organization, but over time, this would, with the work you're doing, you would engage with them, with your direct reports or others in the management. So keep it up, and just make sure also Jonathan knows you're probably not going to have a chance to talk with every employee in the next.
Pretty challenging, but outside of this process, even in my past role, probably every week to 2 weeks, as Kelly and Tracy would know, who help coordinate my chaotic schedule, is I try and meet every week with retirees, with bus operators, the rail operators. 10 people's actually invited to their retirements. I'm going to some of those coming up. So this is beyond this. This is part of my...
Yeah, my theory here is that, McFarland was the great divider. Okay. He really created a lot of problems. And Kelsey, being handpicked by McFarland, is probably going to try to repair some of this damage. And that's my theory anyway. And all the evidence so far is leading me in that direction, just the way he's presenting himself and talking about things.
My upbringing, my culture, have I connected with John directly? No.
Nope.
I'm going to where the action is, where the frontline staff, where the customers are.
Yeah, okay, but see, that bothers me. Why don't you connect with John directly? Why don't you? You need to do that. You can connect with both. You connect with John, and you connect with Shirley, and you connect with the frontline staff. But see, this animosity between the management and the union really bothers me. Okay, they don't like John and Shirley, and they have they can't make that kind of decision, because those people were elected. You have to like them, okay? You have to go out of your way to see them. And the fact that they're not is troubling. he's trying to go around the union. That's very, very troubling. And that makes me wonder, is he sincere or not? I don't know. Now I'm going back a little bit from what I was saying before. He just admitted has not gone out of his way to see. He just admitted it on camera here. So in other words, he's consciously decided, I'm not going to go contact John. That's troubling, okay? Because he wants to leave the union out and go around them, and that's a union busting move there, okay? That's a union busting move, and we know this guy is a neoliberal, a privatizer. So we have to be careful with him. And now I finally have some evidence that he's intentionally excluding the union. He just admitted it. That kind of negates all of his other stuff.
So, perfect. So I hope to continue that. Thank you. So next, from time to time, as you get a lot of very important information through PowerPoints and board reports, I'd like to introduce some of the great faces that come up to TRIMET here. Our employees that help collapse from the board to the frontline employee. Today I've got a couple individuals that I think we'd like to put in front of you. Again, we use a lot of acronyms at TRIMET. REM is one of them, and it refers to Rail Equipment Maintenance. These are part of the unsung hero team. And I'm going to ask if Dan Blair, our Director of Equipment I can't even get that out. How am I doing? Rail Equipment Maintenance is the department that oversees the critically important job here at TRIMET. This is about the rail vehicles, our light rail vehicles. They clean them, they maintain them, they repair a light rail, they respond to them when situations happen. These are unsung heroes in this organization.
Yeah, and there's daily screw-ups. I wonder why there's so many breakdowns.
Proper vehicle maintenance contributes to our core value of safety. Yes, it helps improve reliability, ensures that we meet our customer satisfaction levels, and they get to choose where they come back, and we have to earn that right every single day. Dan's here to recognize a couple employees who consistently have gone above and beyond to keep operating at peak performance. So Dan, and by the way, I just also want to congratulate Dan for 25 great years of service coming up here at TRIMET. So Dan, over to you, sir.
Good morning, Board President and Board members. Again, I'm Dan Blair, Director of Rail Equipment Maintenance. I'm here to...
I haven't heard anything about him. He's never come up in any stuff that I've been associated with. Dan Blair. Nope.
Introduce you to two REM employees whose accomplishments we'd like to bring to your attention. John Katana and Don Maywald. Unfortunately, John has some hours of service issues, so he's not able to attend this morning, but Don's here, and I'd like to bring him up as well.
Wait, what? What do you mean he has some hours of service? What does that mean? What? He has hours of service problems and he can't go to the meeting? You can't sign him off his shift or what? Okay, that answers the question. They're understaffed. I mean, he has hours. Do you see what just happened here? They're not bringing the guy here because he has hours of service. In other words, they need him over there. And why do they need him over there? Because they don't have enough people. That would be my guess. Wouldn't it be your guess? Why isn't he at the meeting? Because of hours of service? You gotta be kidding me. Jesus Christ.
Briefly, John is a journey worker mechanic with almost 10 years of service at TRIMET. He is also an exemplary assistant supervisor who works at Ruby Junction. He is hardworking and dedicated to his work and a natural leader. He understands the department's priorities and manages the workforce's activities in a manner that ensures our vehicles are well maintained.
Can you see Dave Bouchard there? Look at what he's doing. I like the way he's. Can you see him over there?
John is also a very talented mechanic.
I don't know what he's doing, but
his knowledge with
oh, by the way, stop the press. Dave Bouchard's got a job at TRIMET in the customer service area. I thought that was great.
Mechanics and apprentices. John is an outstanding employee and a pleasure to work with. Don Maywald is a journey worker mechanic with 18 years of service at TRIMET and 35 years experience as a railroad mechanic. He currently works wheel truing at the Elmonica facility. The Elmonica wheel truing machine recently underwent nearly 2 million...
Okay, I applaud that they're like letting some actual people that do work show up, but why isn't he talking? I don't want to hear from you. We want to hear from him. Okay? Him. This is the guy that should be talking.
$1 million overhaul, and Don was instrumental in getting the machine back up and running after the refurbishment. During the overhaul, Don worked to build a good working relationship with a contractor, and this improved relationship helped facilitate needed repairs that allowed us to get the machine back up and running after bugs were identified.
Yes. It's all very nice. It sounds like one of those fucking retirement parties that they used to have over there where the teacher comes up and tells the class how great the student is. Well, look, we don't want to hear from you. They should let him talk. Let's hear what he has to say. He should say, we want you to talk to the board.
After the contractor's work was completed. On 2 separate occasions, Don was able to troubleshoot the problems with the overhauled equipment and recommend repairs to the contractor that minimized downtime. Don is also building a training guide to help retrain his fellow mechanics on the newly overhauled machine. Don takes pride in his work and is always looking for ways
Hurry up.
to improve make his co-workers' jobs easier as well as more efficient. Don, if you'd like to address the board.
Yes.
Yeah, just for really quick, I want to point out that the work done is a team effort, and I couldn't have done what I did without the help of our facilities maintenance staff. Their knowledge and experience and resources are phenomenal. They're a good group, and they really, I think, they get underappreciated for what they achieve quite often. They're really a great group of guys.
Wonderful.
Well,
thank you.
Well,
Thank you for having it.
what's the point of this? What's the point of this? Okay, it's window dressing. This is... You see, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. It's all scripted out here. Here's what he's gonna say, here's what he's gonna say, and we're all gonna say thank you very much. Yes, you're all wonderful. We love you. You do a great job. TriMet's the best transit agency in the universe. And yeah, what's the point of this?
Giving us that smooth ride on the light rail vehicles. We like that a lot.
Are you taking apprentices yet? Soon?
We have a class that will be hired.
I've been asked by 2 different people.
Oh, this month, and then we'll
got you right in front of me. So.
Yeah, this month, and then another one later this year. Total of 20, so 8, and then 12 additional in the fall.
In the fall. Okay, thank
We'll
you.
be graduating 3 classes in the next year. 1 in July, 1 in November, and another in March.
Okay, thanks.
So this is I'm sorry.
I'd just like to say to Don, thank you.
Oh, here goes the lapdog Prosser. He's always the lapdog. Thank you, team. Thank you. Good riddance to Prosser.
All your hard work. And to John also, please pass on our thanks to him. You guys are the bedrock of...
Yeah, I don't know about you, but this just smacks me as like artificial baloney. I don't know. Is it me, or does it just feel a scripted, here, we love you, here's your moment in the sun? I don't know.
Of TriMet and help us to be successful every day. And we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Good job. Thanks.
Good riddance.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, yay. What was the point of that?
I'm just going to ask if Gene Cook could join me up here.
Gene
we want
Cook.
this consent agenda. Just take a moment to share a few words of a letter that I received on my desk a few weeks back. Again, this is all about bringing the faces and compressing the organization
I
to
know
what
somebody
really
that
goes
wants
on
to
in the
see
interim.
this.
It's not about me or others here. It's about our frontline service deliverers who take care of things when we aren't around. The letter I got was used words like above and beyond, admirable, appreciated, amazingly generous. Again, Gene Cook, one of our assistant managers of bus operations at Merlot. Maybe tell us a little bit about the operator involved in this incident and what
It's not
you're
Gene
doing
Cook,
to
it's
earn this
some
recognition.
operator. Let's see what.
So myself and my counterpart.
Lyle Pereira.
Oh, here they are.
Welcome.
We saw them last time.
Microphone a little closer to you. If you could.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez.
You just bring
Is
the
this-
microphone, yeah. Just
Look, if
bring
they're
it
going to
over.
honor an
There you go.
operator, what are you doing there? What are you doing?
Assistant manager with TriMet, and we're going to recognize one of our operators.
Oh,
and I kind of brought my counterpartner in because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it.
Good morning,
So,
President Warner, members of the board, and Doug. My name is Lyle Pereira. I am the transportation manager out of our Merlot facility, and I have the honor today to present to you one of our great Merlot drivers. David, will you join us?
Who is it? Who is David? Where's David? Let's see. Who is he? Do I don't? Probably not.
So this is David Inger.
Oh, I remember. Wait a
He's
minute.
been a
Do I know
operator with TRIMET now for 23 years.
this? Yeah.
All of our operators do much more than just drive a bus.
I remember him. Yeah.
They are a frontline customer service team.
He's.
They provide.
Yeah, I know him. We'll have to stop it here because. But I'll get back to this in a minute.